par. And no problems there at all.
That's when she closed the stage.
Okay. Presenting a trophy to our winner, EA1.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Now walking that in back to back.
Well done.
That's a brilliant shot in. But congratulations indeed to the 21-year-old.
Well, hello and welcome to the second round coverage of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. What a pleasure it is to be here in Phuket for the second edition of this championship that began last year, where the KLPGA has left the cold climate of Korea and headed down to Thailand, to its largest island, Phuket. What a venue this is. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the second day and the golf yesterday was superb. 2 rounds of 65 led the way, setting an early pace, and we can expect more of the same today. Kate Burton in the commentary box, and an absolute pleasure it is to have alongside me Nam Padong. And Nam, I bet you've been impressed by the quality and the standard of golf, because there's a host of nationalities competing and they've all brought their A games.
Yes, most certainly. The golf has been amazing, to say the least. We got ladies from all around the world, from Korea, Japan, obviously Thailand as well, India and Vietnam. And of course, for the viewers at home, stay tuned in with us this afternoon. I'm here alongside the amazing Kate Burton.
Well, I'm looking forward to this afternoon. The weather is good. It is humid for sure. Those are heavy golf bags to carry, so hats off to all the caddies out there,
yes,
and to the players taking to the fairways. But what a venue this is. It was first opened in 1991, and this masterpiece was designed by the architect Yoshikazu Katsu. And for those of you thinking, I've heard of Blue Canyon, you most probably have from when Tiger Woods played here, and he played in one of the 3 Johnny Walker Classics. And the first 9 is weaving through the trees, and the second 9 is far more open, and several water features, and some highly memorable tee shots, that's for sure. So play began this morning early at 7 o'clock, over 120 players. There is going to be a cut today. The top 60 and ties will get through. And yesterday, 1 under was the mark. It was going to be enough to secure passage through to the weekend, but we'll keep a close eye on that cut. But after yesterday, this was the standing, and it was Ko Ju and Miu Yamashita, 7 under par leading the way. But some good scores there by a host of Korean players now.
Yes, certainly. The 2 leaders certainly set the bar very high at 7 under par. For the players that are trailing behind, certainly they got to put their engines on today and the next day to kind of follow the leader. But for sure, don't forget about our Thai players as well, like Apishaya Yubon, certainly a beautiful round yesterday. And of course, on our second page, we got Natpawat Sawan Papsima at 4 under par, and PK at 4 under par as well, representing Thailand well. But do not forget about our players from Korea as well. You see the long list, certainly a very congested leaderboard here.
Yes, it certainly is. And also just so much talent as well, flooding in from Japan to Miu Yamashita, the highest ranked player in the field this week. But there, another Thai player, Navaporn Sontriyapas, 3 under from her. But it's the first event on the KLPGA to kick off 2025, and it's the first of 30 events on tour. So golf was played this morning, and those who teed off late yesterday teed off early this morning, and that included the co-leader Miu Yamashita, who continues to impress. She is playing mainly on the LPGA Tour, where she secured her card after winning the Q Series at the end of last year. And here was some of the early play this morning. And this was Jeon Sun-hee playing her approach to the 9th. Birdies at 1 and 4, and then another birdie there to go out in 33 for Jeon Sun-hee, and that was a tidy front 9.
Yes, certainly. We've seen lots of birdies here on this very gettable par 5, number 9 here.
And then finishing the back 9 in 34. So Jeon Sun-hee, a round of 67 to add to her 69, so that moved her to 8 under for the championship. Can you guess the golfer from the socks?
Yeah, certainly. Lots of those beautiful socks here from our Korean players.
And another excellent shot there from Yoo Hyun-jo. That was the 4th shot, and though that was to save par. But Yoo Hyun-jo, 33 out, 34 back, 9 under. And so joining a share of the lead there. Now the player from yesterday, a 65 for Yamashita. This was for a birdie from off the green at the 9th. And a rare miss, because she's not long off the tee, but deadly with the putter in hand. You know, certainly in the group, when we saw them playing yesterday morning, Nam, not the longest in the group for Yamashita, but her short game is outstanding.
Yeah, certainly incredible display of short game from the young lady from Japan.
Well, a player who comes into this event in great form is Lee Shu-ying. Finished 5th last week on the LPGA at the Blue Bay LPGA. A great player from China. 2nd shot into the 18th, 8 under par. This was earlier this morning. And just 21 years old. Chinese player, but plays golf on the KLPGA tour, where she won on one of the development tours, the Jump Tour. The pencil grip.
Yeah.
It's whatever works, hey,
Yes,
Nam?
absolutely, certainly. And she rolls it in there for another birdie on number 18. 33 on that back 9. That's incredible.
And no drop shots from Lee. So putting her foot down, a 65 to add to the 70 from yesterday. And so 3 players locked on 9 under par. Will that be the leading score going into the weekend? There is play this afternoon. We're looking forward to focusing on our feature groups, but a look at the standings right now. You do have Park Bok-kyung still out on the golf course. So those with an asterisk by the number means that they started on the 10th hole. But most of those players on the leaderboard, their job is done for the day. But Jun, Ye-sung going along nicely, 3 under par with 9 holes remaining.
Yes, certainly, and a beautiful round for Madison as well. 6 under par round today, even par yesterday. Certainly turned the tides a little bit for her.
Yeah, other good scores as well for Kim Soo-ji in the clubhouse with a 67, and Lee Seung-yong also in with a 68 on Friday, and Park So-hee also a 68. So scoring is low. Your thoughts on the course and how it's playing?
Oh, it's incredible. The golf course is in spectacular shape this week, Kate. And the ladies are certainly rolling them in early this morning and this afternoon.
Well, we have several feature groups this afternoon that we're going to be paying close attention to. And they teed off this morning just after 11:30 local time. And some good names to look at and some great Thai players as well, Nam.
Yeah, certainly you see those big names like Pornanong Petlam, certainly been on the LPGA for 15 years. You know, Pachara Juta, Kongapan, nickname PK. Of course, you got Jaravi Bunchun, graduated from Duke last year, former LPGA player this year on the KLPGA. And of course, last but not least, our other Thai player, Butsabakorn Sukkapat.
And Park Ji-young from Korea, a 10-time winner on tour. But Park Min-ji, 19 wins, teeing off at 11:40 alongside Lee Gae-yong. And what a player. That's 19 wins, including 3 majors. players competing on the Canyon course, and take us through the 9th hole that heads back to the clubhouse.
Yeah, absolutely. Hole number 9, beautiful par 5 coming into this clubhouse here at Blue Canyon. Very gettable par 5. Testing tee shot. You cannot miss it right. Most players will try to drive it up that left center of the fairway. Certainly lots of players will try to go for the second shot, but it also is very dicey and very risky. But it is all about the third shot here, Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. And the pin today cut 6 paces on, 6 from the left. And so being above the hole, they're currently running at 10 on the stimp. I think the organisers are keen to get them a bit quicker at the weekend. But above the hole really is perilous. You don't want to be above the hole because they are slippery downhill. And there's also an awful lot of undulation on these greens too. Well, here is Jaravi. And playing alongside her, there is Jun Ye-sung. And it was a lovely birdie there from Jun Ye-sung, who, in her golf bag, there are 5 woods. The lowest iron is a 6 iron for Jun. Not the longest player on tour, but a bit of trouble now for Jaravi.
Yeah, certainly one leg in the bunker and one leg out the bunker. I'm not sure if she's got a plug lie there. Oh, and a big swing. Not sure if the ball got out.
And that was the 4th shot for Jaravi, who played last year on the LPGA Tour. Played 13 events on the LPGA, but now playing mainly on the KLPGA and back in Asia. But now, the 5th shot for Jaravi, who's struggling. It's been a tough day.
Ooh, and that chip came out a little bit hot from the second cut there. She'll have a bogey safe from there.
Her playing partners faring much better. Jun Ye-sung 8 under, and Choi Ye-rim is 3 under, 2 under today. But it is steamy. It really is warm.
How is this weather faring compared to Singapore for you, Kate?
Well, it's still hot in Singapore, yeah, where I'm fortunate enough to live, but it's a lot warmer than England, where I'm from, that's for sure. Not used to this much sun and heat, not even in July and August.
Yeah, talking about the weather, yesterday we had a little bit of forecast coming in at the end of our first day. So certainly some of the groups weren't able to finish their first round, so they had to tee it off this morning and resume play this morning.
Yeah, the heavens opened yesterday afternoon. Okay, well, this is Choi Ye-rim, the 26-year-old from Seoul. Been a few birdies on the card, and this is for a birdie number 3 on the front 9. Dropped a shot at 7. Oh, and it grabbed the side and popped in. That was a lovely 4. So out in 34 for Choi. Slippery putt now for Jaravi. Now, unfortunately, for a double bogey for Bunchant. And in fact, that putt was for a 7. And so Jaravi heading in the wrong direction. The lead at 9 under. Playing partner Choi Ye-rim, they have finished 9th, though they're head off to the 10th. And The two sets of 9 holes are quite different, aren't they? They're quite contrasting in style, the front 9 to the back 9.
Yeah, certainly the front 9, we don't see nearly as low scores on the front 9, but we see more birdies opportunities in the back 9. And obviously the back 9 is where we see a lot of the signatures holes and a lot more water holes as well.
Amazing to think this used to be an abandoned tin mine and flanked by a rubber plantation. So the front 9 is carved through the former rubber plantation. The back 9 much more open, but water and canyons come into play. Second shot for Ro Seung-hui.
She's calling for it to spin off that slope a little bit, but the ball's not talking back to her there, Kate.
Have you found a ball that listens? Two-time winner, Ro. 68 yesterday from her, so a solid start. And those 2 wins were last season. And she won the Korean Women's Open last year, so comes in as a major champion in 2025.
Bae So-yeon now to approach the green here on number 9 at 4 under par. Birdie on 2, birdie on 6, and birdie on 7. And set herself up for another great opportunity for birdie on 9 there too.
Strong start. Impressive. So even though this is the first event on the Korean Tour this year, we are in Thailand. Most of the players went to Vietnam for nearly 2 months, just shy of 50 days where they went on a camp. Now, Nam, do you think you've got the energy to run 5 kilometers every day, play 18 holes, hit balls, and go to the gym, and do it every single day for 48 days?
Yeah, that's definitely a tall order of business for these players. Certainly, it's a testament to how hard they work and how disciplined they are. But here's one of our fan favorite in Thailand, PK from 104 yards.
All pars up to this point, looking for the first birdie.
Ooh, and right on line there.
Yeah, that's a good line. Is that a strong start already? Was second in the Hitachi Air Conditioning Ladies Classic. I like the sound of that championship. They could do with that here. These temperatures continuing to soar, which plays mainly on the Taiwan LPGA. Now, there are so many great tours in Asia, and that's why you've got these powerhouse nations, Korea, but now Thailand and Japan emerging. All right, 10th hole, Nam.
Yeah, certainly. Let's take a look at this overview here on number 10, par 4, to start the back 9. It doglegs from right to left a little bit off the tee. Most of the players will be going up that right side of the fairway. That bunker on the left-hand side coming up does come in play. A lot of players find themselves in that first bunker there as well. And if you do, you will have to hit a little sneaky draw shot around that tree. And look at that pin location today, Kate.
On the back tier. Well, let's go back now and join Jaravi on tee.
Oh, and a beautiful drive by Jaravi. Just barely snuck it by that bunker. That should give her a great opening to attack that flag. Former Duke graduate, former LPGA star.
Yeah, 4-time All-American at Duke. Got to be clever to go to Duke as well.
Yeah, certainly.
Not as useful with the golf clubs. So in the stripy top is Choi Ye-rim, and then Jun Ye-sun. Here she is. No wins last year for Ye-sun on the KLPGA, but did have 3 runners-up, so came close. I would love to lift a trophy this year, but oh my God, there's so much talent. It is so tough to win on the tour.
Yes, certainly. The players continue to get better and better year after year.
And they're also getting stronger and longer, aren't they now?
Certainly, 6,500 yards seems like such a short course for these young ladies nowadays.
And they're all strong. Got that power from the ground up. Looks like it's heading left. Oh.
Yeah, that's a popular spot for players to miss it in, to that left bunker there. But a beautiful opening round for her, 32, 4 under par on the front 9.
Now this could be quick. Green's now at 10.8 on the stimp. This is for Rowe. Seng Hui. Oh, that was a good try. Nice roll.
Yeah, you gotta be gentle from the top of that hill there, don't you, Kate?
Just breathed on it. Well, PK, she's currently ranked 133 in the world, and if she could improve on that ranking, she could very well represent Thailand in the UL International Crown. At the moment, you've got 4 players from each country going to Korea in October, and it's Gino Paditavatanaka, Era Jatanagan, and Chaneti Wanasen, who's ranked 49. So there is work for PK to do between now and then, but a great team event. And of the 4 top-ranked players, USA is 1 as the rankings stand right now, but then Korea in 2nd, Japan also Thai for 2nd, and Thailand 4th. So amazing that so many good players emerge from this part of the world. Well, Bay is having a good look at this putt.
Yeah, this one should be sliding from left to right down the hill there. It's going to be a dicey little putt birdie attempt for Bay.
Three birdies so far for Bay on the front 9.
Can it be her 4th birdie here, Kate?
Oh yes, it can. That is fantastic. Dropped in the side door, and so Bay moves to 5 under, 4 shots back. Now a straighter putt to come now for PK. A string of pars up till here.
Couldn't have left herself in a better position for this birdie opportunity here, Kate. Man, it burned the top lip with the right speed, and it still will not drop for PK.
No, I like the expression from the caddy as well. She was full of emotion over that putt, but stays at 4 under. So even par today for PK. Well, let's go now to the back 9. Here we are at the 10th. And this was Jun, who ended up in the bunker off the tee.
.103 yards for Jun here out of the bunker. You see she's choking down on that club, making sure she's trying to get a clean contact out of that fairway bunker. That's imperative if she's going to get this one close to the flag. seems like she caught it pretty clean.
Oh, that's a good shot from there. Oh, it's been putting on a show. Went out in 32, so it's been an excellent start for Jun. 8 under par now for the championship and only a shot off the lead.
Choi Ye Rim now, approaching the green here.
Also 2 under today. Having a good look at this. They are green hitting machines.
Yes, certainly GIR is no problem for these young ladies out here.
You've got players leading that stat category at 80%.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Jerry Wee Bun Chan now. From 96 yard, nice abbreviated follow through, and it's right on line.
Best of the 3. Well, the back 9 yesterday was playing a fraction easier than the front 9. It's 208 yards now for the green for Wang Yumin. What a great player Wang is. Two-time winner on tour, shown great form. 1 last year, or went for the green in 2 on the par 5, just tugged it a fraction left. But aggressive play from Wang. Now Park Ji-young.
126 yards. And just a little right of that flag stick as well. She will have that sliding birdie putt.
Well, beautiful conditions, even though it's steamy. No rain forecast today, Nam, so that's a good thing for the tournament and for the players. It's also a full moon today.
Of course, this young lady with the beautiful, colorful outfit as usual, Pornanong Petlam, the pride of Thailand, 15 years on LPGA.
Really got the attention of the world when she very nearly won the AIG Women's British Open and came second in the end to Georgia Hall when it was played at Lytham. That was a fantastic final round. But yeah, on tour for a while. Now this good round, let's hope it continues. Jun Ye-sun for birdie at 10.
Wow, that seems like a little bit of a double breaker there, huh, Kate?
Yeah, that's not easy to read, but these players have certainly got the measure of the greens. Now, I'm curious to know, Nam, what's she carrying in that little pack on her skirt? What do we got there?
Yeah,
Extra tees? Extra ball? She doesn't need an extra ball. She's dead straight. That scorecard.
I'm sure she could play with 1 ball through the whole tournament. She doesn't lose too many out here, but she does have a massive pack in the back pocket there. I'm sure it's part of her game plan there and her layout books.
Now Choi Ye Rim. This also for birdie at 10.
To get to 4 under par. And it just tails to the left at the very end there, just like Park's putt earlier.
So 3 under, Choi will stay as they head to the 11th hole. It's a fantastic par 5, the 11th. Got to hit your drive down the right side. Well, the best opportunity of the three now from Jaravi Bunchant, but is running out of holes and needs to make something quite magical of this round. He's probably going to come at 1 under.
All right, and she's in. She certainly needs some magic here in this back 9, and she started off number 10 with a birdie. We'll have to see if Jaravi could string a good back 9 here to make it to the weekend.
Well, as play stands, even par will get a tee time tomorrow morning, but we'll keep a close eye on the cut. The players this week playing for $800,000 US, an increase of 150,000 over last year. And last year, it was only played over 54 holes, so this tournament continues to grow in stature and investment. And it's a wonderful way to kick off the KLPGA Tour, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly a great season opener for $800,000 US. That's a life-changing money there. Lots of great opportunity for these young ladies here.
So at the top, 9 under par leading the way. And as we go a little bit further down, there are players that really do have to get their skates on the back 9, including the former world #1, Park Sun-hyung. She is on the other side of the cut. But Apachaya Yubol 1 under today for Apachaya. Amada Som, what a round from the Korean. 6 under 66, really to make a statement on Friday. Well, nearly greenside in 2 for Hwang Yu-min, one of the longest players on the KLPGA. This is now 3rd shot on the 9th par 5.
Yes, a tricky bunker shot sliding down the hill, and she just about jarred it there, folks.
That was a great chunk and run. Got a lot of release off that. Nice try from Hwang. 4 runners up last year on tour, but she did win the Doosan E&C Weave Championship in 2024. I want to go to Korea just to compete in these events. I mean, they are some of the longest names of golf tournaments I've ever come across.
Yes, certainly, and I don't know where she finds all that power in that little body of hers, but she certainly hits it a long way. This par 5, not too many people have been going for it on 2. Certainly, you see all the risk around the green there with that water hazard protecting the green very well, and of course that bunker to the left-hand side of the green.
Yeah, 4th in driving distance last year. And now Pornanon has been as high as 24 in the Rolex World Rankings, now just inside the world's top 250, but huge amount of experience. An absolute delight. Isn't she lovely as well when you meet her? So friendly.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the fan favorites here in Thailand, and not only that, she continues to always give back to the young generation, like coming back doing golf clinics for the youth here in Thailand. All the youth golfers here certainly look up to her, not only for her colorful clothing schemes, but for her amazing talent on tour as well. 15 years. Last year, fell off a little bit, had a great win on the Epson Tour to get her back onto the race for LPGA. But right now, she's got to focus in on this birdie putt to get back to even par. seems like she just respected that putt just a little bit too much.
Has had her brother on the bag, and normally she gets her caddies to wear the same outfits as her. So I'm not saying that the men wear skirts, they will wear the shorts, but certainly it's the same colour. And they look lively out there. I don't know if they're as enthusiastic about wearing the outfits as she is, but they're very obedient. But employing a local caddy this week. That needs a couple of birdies certainly on the back nine. 1 over par right now.
Park Ji-young, 2 under par on the front 9.
Two under she'll remain, so out in 34 for Park. Ten-time winner on tour and a 2-time major champion. She won 3 events last year. The Hanwha Classic, the Kyochong Open, and the Medihill Hanku Bilbo Championship.
Kate, you're incredible with the pronunciations.
Third in the money, and there's plenty of money to win in Korea. And now Wang Yumin, I don't know if she's off to play golf or go to play cricket. All in white today. This now to get to 4 under.
All right, not a problem there for the young lady. Huang, 4 under par, total after 2 rounds, 34 out on the front 9.
Well, it's a great place to come and play here at Blue Canyon. It's a fantastic clubhouse as well that overlooks the golf course. There's
Yeah.
so many good golf courses.
Back to number 10 here.
And this is Rowe. Sung Hui. Opportunity from across the green. It's going to move from her left to right at the end. And there's just too much in that putt. So still work to do for Rowe. You know, that looks like a very warm top she's got on there. It is 33 degrees. It is sweltering.
Yeah, it's incredible. I had a chance to go walk this morning a little bit, watch some of the players, watch the beautiful, her nickname was Cuticle,
Oh, yeah.
and I saw her with like an ice pack jacket, Kate.
Oh, yeah, that looks rather cool, doesn't it?
Yeah,
She certainly
certainly.
doesn't need that in Korea right now. Yeah, 40 players from the KLPGA Tour have travelled down to Thailand. We are on the tropical island of Phuket. It's Thailand's largest island in the Andaman Sea. It's got a number of good golf courses as well. Laguna, Red Mountain. Great destination to come with the clubs. A good 2-putt in the end. Certainly took her time over it, but it was a 4. But heading in the wrong direction today, still looking for that first birdie, those 3 bogeys early on. Now, PK's a player, Nam, that's been around for a few years. We've been talking about her.
Yeah, certainly. She's
quite a character,
Yeah,
hey?
she's quite a character, and you could see her, how do you say, a very intense kind of player. She's very demanding when she gets on the golf course, but when you get to talk to her, she is maybe the light, the kindest heart kind of young lady here as well. PK to move up to 5 under par now. All right, great birdie. That's her first birdie for the day. Clean scorecard so far, all pars on the front 9.
Bae So-hyun. Oh, that was a straight pull. Don't know if you can really blame the spike marks for that. So after an excellent shot in, it is still a par. Still a fantastic front 9. 32 out. An impressive start from Bae. Well, we've got a new leader at the top who started on the 10th hole today, so is now playing the first hole, which is her 10th. Park Bok-yong, 10 under for the round.
Incredible how fast the leaderboard can change here, Kate.
Yeah, sprinkled 4 birdies over the back 9 to go out in 32. No drop shots. And so Park really stamping her authority, and the leader by 1, making an early move on Friday.
Kate, seeing the leaderboard here right now, what do you think the winning score is going to be by Sunday here?
So we've had we've had some 66s, 65s. Looking at 10 under, I think 16 under?
16 is safe.
But the way these players are going, it could be deeper than that.
It could be.
Yeah. 16 under would be conservative. Second shot in now for Hwang Yu-min. Coming out of the light rough, and these greens are getting a bit firmer this afternoon, so 132 yards. Trying to get some height and spin. It's going to be tricky from this lie.
Came off very hot off that club face. Not sure if she caught a fly or lie. Sometimes those second cut, those are very, very tricky, you know, especially when they're not sitting all the way down. It's certainly, you can get some grass blades between the club face and the ball. Certainly won't make that ball fly a little bit too far.
What a better position off the tee for Park Ji-young, but it's going to be Pornanon to play.
.110 yards. Great angle into the green. And it's on a string, folks, but it's just got to hang on just a tiny little bit.
Won last year, Pornanon, on the Epsom Tour. So from a player who was firmly established on the LPGA, the form hasn't been great for the last couple of years for Pornanon, but did win. And so secured her card by finishing in the top 10 on the Epsom Tour. Those top 10 players do get their cards in 2025. Now Park. Great looking swing.
Yeah, just tugged it just a little bit left and long there. Kate, go into the details a little bit. Let the viewers know how important it was for Pornanon to win that Epsom Tour last year to kind of get or secure her LPGA card.
Well, big time. That's the promised land, isn't it, the LPGA? And so if you finish on the in the top 10 on the Epsom Tour, then you secure your card through to the LPGA. And so that win certainly helped win in those standings. But this week, this is the trophy they are playing for, and that is the prize money. $144,000 US to the winner. Big difference between first and second, and then it drops away. But opportunities for the top 60 players and ties to pick up some cash this week before the tour, the KLPGA, heads back to Korea for the rest of its season. But they're serious about this championship, hey Nam, with the increase in prize money. It's 150,000. It's gone up.
Yeah, certainly the way it's trending, we like to see that for sure. Great opportunities for these ladies on tour to secure a win here, and it's certainly big prize money for them as well.
Well, the impressive clubhouse here at Blue Canyon. Golf course now nearly 35 years old. There's 2 courses. There's the Lakes course as well. That's certainly worth playing. And a good mix of holes. First 9, tighter off the tee, some demanding drives. And then on the back 9, we're going to get to the Canyon hole and also to the signature par 3. Visually stunning off the tee. And they're hosting a whole raft of golf tournaments as well. We've had, of course, the Johnny Walker Classic, but next month is going to be the Annika Invitational. Got a flyer with the second, so Huang from the back of the green at 10. Needs to settle. Now, the techniques that these players are so solid, and their swings that they've honed over, in the off season. But what impresses you most about these players and the way they play the game these days?
Well, being a swing instructor, certainly when you look at them technically, from a technical standpoint, there's not much to critique here, Kate. All these ladies here certainly are the master of their craft. They know how to swing the golf club, but more importantly than anything, they control their emotions under the pressure. They stay patient. They continue to play and bite down the bullet, and continues to dig, and look in for those birdies out here. All right, a bit of a long birdie attempt here.
So Park, 67 yesterday for Park. A couple more birdies to follow this morning, followed. And so now, to get to 8 under and within 2 of the lead.
Oh man, that was right on the line. Just ran out of energy at the very end there.
An impressive ball striker, Park. Second in scoring average on tour last year, 70. Third on the money list, and watching her play this morning, you can understand why. Okay, flagstick out now for Pornanon, having a good look at this.
She's certainly taken a careful look at this putt here, taking a good look at that side hill, as it is uphill from the fringe, and then it goes straight down once the ball arrives on the green here. Should be breaking away from her just a little bit, and just left it on the low side there. Another one of our Thai ladies that we're rooting for this back 9. She certainly needs to make a move here, running out of holes. As Kate mentioned earlier, the projected cut seems to be right about 2 under par here. And
now Wang Yu Min after going through the green in 2. Chipped to this point, so this for a 4. And to stay at 4 under.
Yeah, certainly one of those important par saves here to keep her round going.
That's a tidy up and down from the long hitting Korean. 2 birdies. And so they'll head to the 11th. Toughest hole on the golf course yesterday. Surprisingly, Nam, what hole do you think it was?
It's hard to say, but I actually believe that one of the toughest holes yesterday was playing between number 1 and number 10.
Yeah.
We didn't see too many birdies here on number 10, even though it was a very short par 4. We actually saw a lot of bogeys here on number 10. So I believe, depending whether it's 1 or 10, I don't know which tee shots you like better.
They were tough as we watched Pornan on hole out for a 4. Yep, no problems there. But in fact, it was the par 3 14th.
Wow.
Was statistically the hardest hole on the course. And these players will be heading that way shortly. It's only a par 3, and it's not often you have a par 3 as the hardest, but with that cross breeze on, it's very hard. And we saw a couple of good players knock it in the drink. So that all to come. But first, why don't we join now? Here's Junye Sung. This for birdie. And now this is going to move this putt on the 11th, but it's to get within 1 of Park.
Oh, so close there, Kate.
It's a missed opportunity, but a clean scorecard. And only just over 5 feet tall. Oh, the 11th hole. A demanding tee shot, but if you get that away, is there a chance of getting home in 2 today for some of the longer hitters?
I believe there is a chance to get home in 2 here on number 11, par 5, especially for some of the long hitters like Hwang and Park Beng-sung, right? But I believe most players will lay up to about 60 to 70 yards to approach this green here. But it is mostly important that you have a great tee shot here. You gotta leave it just short and right of that fairway bunker. And then on the second shot, you will approach the green on the right-hand side and of course, this green is very narrow with bunkers protecting left, right, up, and back behind the green as well.
Well, it's Bay to play. He's having a good day. Has got a 4-iron in the bag.
Only 88 yards to the flag. In the second cut here again, of course, she's going to be needing some spin.
It's going to be quick, and it's on that back, that middle tier. So you can see why she doesn't look that happy with the result. Even though it's in relatively close, it's not going to be an easy putt to read. So PK is on the right side of the fairway.
Yeah, not sure if those palm trees are in her ball flight trajectory or not, but from her point of view, seems like she's just about.
Well, not far, only 80 yards for PK. Giddy up. Maybe a fraction heavy. So PK also employing the services of a local caddy, and these caddies have some good knowledge of the course.
Yeah, certainly some of these caddies has been here ever since the golf course is open, so they've had 30 years of experience of reading these screens and the layout here. Rowe with her approach shot here now.
Oh, settle. Wanted to be below the hole, but coming up a fraction shy for Rowe. So the umbrella goes up, not because of the rain, but because of the heat.
Yes,
Humid conditions here in Phuket. In fact, December, January is a perfect time to come here and play.
Yeah, certainly those are the cooler seasons here in Thailand. I wouldn't say it's a winter season by any means, but it is the cooler seasons here in Thailand. So if you are to come to Phuket, Thailand, be sure to come during December and January. But this time of the year, the golf course is in spectacular shape.
Plenty of wildlife, flora and fauna. And what bird is that one, Nam? Are you good? You ornithologist in your spare time when you're not teaching the best?
I'm not sure. I'm going to have to Google this one.
Yeah, it's got an unbelievably long beak, hasn't it? But, well, that bird is enjoying the golf. It's got a good view from where he is. Now let's return to the action on the back nine. Here is PK playing her fourth at the 11th. Par 5.
Should be a pretty straightforward uphill putt here for PK. Yeah, you could see from her body language that the ball came off a little bit funny from that second, from the French there. But she's in for a par. 5 under par.
Also shy of the green, looking to chip in for a birdie. This would be useful for Rowe. Oh, that's a poor shot. Deceleration.
Yeah, certainly you could see she was not very confident over that chip there.
Let's have a look at this putt for Bay. Caddy also getting involved, Nam.
Yeah, certainly, just like you mentioned before, this is going to be a slippery putt down the hill. She's got her fingers up. I don't know if she has enough fingers to put enough read on this putt here.
Yeah, employing aim point to measure the slope. But it's been a fantastic start, though, for Bay. Collecting birdies on the front nine.
Yeah, she's aiming well right of the cup here. Just gonna barely grace this putt down the hill and let the slope do the magic. And it's picking up speed.
Wow, just breathed on that and sent it on its way. So work to do there for Rowe. To walk away with a 5. It's so important. That's a great illustration of just how you actually want to have a 15-foot straight putt, then a 5-foot downhill right to lefter.
And now, a quick switch to our new leader here at 11 under par there. To add on to her regiment from 10 under par now. She moved up to 11 under par. Another birdie on hole number 1.
Yeah, good birdie to have. Not an easy hole out there. So a par putt now for Rowe. It's got to hold up.
Exactly as you mentioned, Kate. You do not want to be above the hole here at Blue Canyon. The greens are slick and fast, and it certainly will penalize you.
Well, Rowe only had 80 yards in with her wedge. Now you can see the frustration there. That is irritating to drop a shot. Well, this certainly isn't going to be the fastest round in golf. They are taking their time over these putts. And there is a new slow play policy coming into effect on the LPGA. That will begin in Arizona at the end of this month, where slow play, you'll be penalized a shot.
Yeah,
and that hurts.
Yeah, certainly we'll see how our players kind of develop and adjust to that. But after that errant chip shot here, Rowe wants to save this par.
A 2-putt it is in the end, and a 5 for Bay. Beautiful scenes here at Blue Canyon Country Club for the second round coverage of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. Delighted you can join us. And Park Bok-yong is our new leader. 5 under par today, 8 holes remaining, and 11 under par, and the leader by 2. Other notable performances, Ma Som in the clubhouse after a 66, a 68 from Lee Seung-yong. And Bae So-hyun, 5 under. It's been a fantastic start. Another good scores as well from Kim Min-joo, multiple tour winner. PK out on the golf course, 1 under today, part of our feature groups. Alongside Lee Gae-young, 2 under.
All right, and right back to the live action here. Our long hitter from Korea, Hwang. This is her 3rd shot into the green. A little bit of trouble off the tee there. Yeah, as Kate mentioned earlier before, a lot of these ladies are electing to have a lot more utility woods in their bag, more hybrids, more 5 woods, more 7 woods. Certainly the technology is coming into play these days. None of these ladies are carrying more than 6 irons or 5 irons nowadays.
Yeah, 4 irons, a bit of a rarity. Some players, Eri Jutanagan has a 2 iron, a driving iron, 22 degrees. But as you say, those utilities. And Dustin Johnson has a 7 wood in his bag. Works for him.
Yeah, certainly.
It's interesting, actually, the number of men that do carry a lofted wood. Get that height, get it to land softly next to the pin. No 7 wood here for Pornanon. This is her third.
Oh, and she's eyeing it.
Oh, cracking shot from Patlam. That's how you do it.
Yeah, certainly. Beautiful approach shot there.
Could she be the nicest Thai golfer? I think it's tough competition.
I'm certainly very biased in that, as I got a lot of favorites of Thai golfers, but she's certainly one of them, and she's always such a sweetheart.
Now Park, Ji Young. Just a wedge in hand for Park, looking to get close, want to be below the hole. It's slippery behind.
The ball just slightly above her feet. This should move just a little bit from right to left from her point of view. Nice control swing there. And she couldn't set herself for a better opportunity there for birdie. Below the cup.
4 shots from the lead, Park, and a good opportunity to pick up one there at 11. Let's go to the other side of the golf course and we'll join our leader who had a lovely birdie at 1. This now, tee shot at 2, Park Bok Kyung.
Oh, and another great tee shot there from Park. She's certainly catching fire out there, Kate.
Yeah, 5 under the card today and flying under the radar as well. So
Yes.
stitching together a very nice score. Well, this is going to test the short game skills here of Wang Yumin.
Yeah, she certainly had a great escape for par there on number 10. Let's see if she could do it again here on number 11. Oh, and a great bunker shot there.
Well, that was fantastic. Good skills from Wang.
Yeah, not only is she lethal with her driver, she is lethal with her short game as well.
Well, it's another birdie opportunity for the leader. This to move 3 clear at the top for Park.
Yeah, certainly a little bit of a heat check there for Park. She certainly had 5 birdies already today on her impressive round. But she's in for par to remain at 11 under par, 2 ahead of the whole field.
That's an impressive scorecard as well. Those 3s on the back, 9. No drop shots today. Let's return now to the 11th. Park Ji Young. To move to 8 under par. Oh, it's a good looking putt and in it goes, leaving the flagstick in. A little doff of the cap.
Exactly as she planned. A perfectly well executed birdie there from Park. That's what we like to see, isn't it? Capitalizing those birdies on those par 5s.
There weren't too many fans out there when she did the old, top of the cap. But back in Korea now, they are so well attended.
Yes.
The KLPGA events, they line the fairways 3 or 4 deep. And
Yeah.
they've got fan clubs as well. There were some fan clubs out there this morning. And so you've got grown men and women in bright colours, because each of the top players has a unique colour that's attributed to them. And then they have banners headbands, t-shirts with their players' face on them.
Yeah, truly a definition of a fan club there for sure.
Yeah.
Even the media team this week is talking about how great it is to see support for the Korean players here in Phuket, Thailand. Pornanong Pet Lump now to get back to even par.
Great birdie. Pornanon is right on the cusp of the cut. So it's hovering even or 1 under par. So a couple more birdies for Pornanon would be good. This now a par for Hwang Yu-min.
Oh, and of course, no problem at all from Hwang. Another great escape for another par. 2 back-to-back beautiful up and downs there from her.
It's a tasty short game that she's got. But there is the state of play. We're on the back 9 now of the second round of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. And Park Bok-yom is continuing to race around this golf course, collecting birdies everywhere she goes. It's been a blemish-free scorecard so far for Park. But a good round, though, from Lee Shu-ying. Plays in China, but a 7 under today. A round of 65 for Lee, 5th last week on the LPGA Tour. And has been playing a lot of golf last year in Korea. But she came back to China, actually in the off-season, to help the next gen of Chinese golf. And she won the Tour Championship on the KLPGA in 2024. As well as winning on the Korean Development Tour.
All right, let's take a look at this impressive hole number 12 par 4 here on the backside here on Blue Canyon. A long par 4 for the ladies, 392 yards, a tight little fairway. Certainly a blind tee shot for the ladies as well. They will not see where their ball is landing. Most of the players will be trying to hit it up the left side of the fairway there as everything feeds down to the right-hand side. Some of the players will even elect a metal wood, 3 wood, 5 woods, because certainly that water come into play a little bit. This approach shot is no easy task either. A tight little green there. Nowhere to escape left or right. This is a must-hit green here on number 12.
It's a great tee shot required. Mada Som yesterday yanking it left, had to play 3 off the tee. Got to keep it down that right side. Up though on the green now we have PK. There's going to be a bit of movement in this putt. It is for a birdie though to move to 6 under.
Oh, and a big swooping putt from the left to right there. Great speed control there, though, from PK.
Amazing to think that it really was Pornanon who was one of the first golfers, as well as Varada Nirapatponporn, to play on the LPGA, and now so many of them.
Yeah, certainly.
Gino, being the highest ranked player, world number 2, was a former world number 1. So 1 birdie on the scorecard. I'd love a couple more coming down the stretch. The canyon hole to come now for PK, the par 4. And another player here electing to leave the flagstick in for Ro Seung-hui.
to get in the red figures, and she just not gave it enough mustard there.
You know, are you wondering whether they're taking aim point a bit too seriously? Is it slowing the game down, Nam?
Yes, I believe this is one of those how do you say, main topics on PGA Tour and LPGA Tour. They are very concerned about slow pace of play, and the aim point green reading method continues to be one of the main topics they talk on tour about, how that is slowing up play.
Yeah, we saw Alim Kim a couple of weeks ago, a South Korean golfer who plays mainly on the LPGA, winner this year on the LPGA, use aim point from a foot. And she got a bit of heat on social media for that. Like, come on, you just got to knock it in. You got to pull the trigger a bit quicker.
All right, Bay now for her birdie attempt to move up to 6 under par. Oh, and a beautiful birdie here on number 12. A par is already a great score, but a birdie is even better. Bay moving up to 6 under par, 5 birdies for the day.
You know, it looks strange when you leave the flagstick in over the really short putts. Obviously, it suits Ro's eye.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier yesterday, being a little bit more of the old school type, we like to pull the flagstick out, but whatever helped the pace of play for these younger generation now.
Well, the players like leaving the flagstick in. Those that do say it's something to aim at, and that's exactly where Ro went. So a 4 for Ro. On they go to the Canyon hole. Fantastic tee shot, various options. The more you bite off, the closer you are to the green. But you do have to drive over an enormous canyon.
All right, but we got to switch back to our leader here on the front 9 on hole number 3, Park Bong-yoon. All right, missed it left on the fairway and then missed it right towards the green, but still in a great position. Still another great birdie look from the French there. Back to number 12. Seems like we got a little bit of issue here in this pairing. Park Ji-young found herself in the penalty area, and seems like she's gonna lay up. Yeah, that's the tough part about this tee shot here, that blind tee shot. You just don't know where your ball is landing, and the fairway certainly feeds all the golf ball from left to right, and it drains it all the way down towards that water hazard there.
So it looks like it's going to be Pornon on to strike.
131 yards to the flagstick. After that birdie on 11, she's looking to set herself up for another birdie opportunity here on 12. Oh, and seems like she likes it.
Well, creeps onto the front edge for Pornon on. So it's a chance. But now running out of fairway for Wang down the right side is all dependent on that lie. It can nestle down in this grass. So ball below her feet. I mean, it will leak a fraction to the right.
Oh, but a beautiful swing. Did she catch it just a little bit heavy from that rough there? Man, the Z's player got to battle the undulations on this golf course here.
And that looks like it has gone into the penalty area, unless it's hung up on the bank. If it has, that will be a stroke of good fortune for Wang. The grass is a bit thicker. Yeah, otherwise, it's all going to be dependent on where she's going to be able to drop. Now Park Ji-young. That is some drive. A third shot for Park Ji-young to come. Okay, a two-time winner on tour, the leader, Park Bok-young, won last year and played a full season, played 31 events last year, Nam. Played every event go. Oh gosh, bet she wishes that wasn't on TV, because the rest of it has been so good. No drop shots, 5 under the card. But a rare mistake from Park. Still the leader by 2. Gives hope to all the amateurs watching around the world.
Yeah,
and these
certainly.
great players.
They are human, aren't they, Kate? They can make mistakes out here as well. 85 yards into the flagstick here for Park. And a great recovery shot after that layup.
Looking to get out of jail. That would be a good 4 from Park. There's the mystery caddy, if anybody can guess who he is. You're seeing a lot of protection from the caddies, a lot of the scarves and face masks that they're wearing. Now, under pressure to save par. Difficult hole, the third. Just got a lot harder though from Park after fluffing the chip. But to remain 11 under.
Oh, there you go. She escaped with another par there to keep her scorecard nice and clean.
Just inside the top 50, 150 in the world, 146 on the Rolex rankings. And she won last year the Sang Sangin Hankyung TV WowNet Open. What a good event to win. It was also a runner-up last year. So 2 wins so far in the career for Park Bok-young, and is enjoying a 2-shot lead here on the second day of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. That's confirmation of that lead. A trio of players on 9 under par. Yamashita was in the clubhouse at lunchtime. She's one of the first players to tee off this morning. Another solid day for the world number 14. And Lee Shu-ying. So we've got Korea, China and Japan in the top 3. And then other notable performances, of course, from Yu Hyun-jo and Jong Sun-hee.
Yeah, certainly a very international mix there at the top of the leaderboard.
Well, that was fortunate for Wang. Has held up on the bank.
A par save on 10, a par save on 11. Now looking to do another par save on 12. Let's see if she still has some magic left with that short game. All right, still got a little bit of a tester for a par save there. Pornanong now with the only birdie attempt here in this pairing.
Pornanen won an unofficial event on the LPGA Tour about 15 years ago at the HSBC Brazil Cup, and that was back in 2012. And our caddy has been her brother. Wow, that's a good name, isn't it? I like that.
Yeah, her nickname is Juan, which in English means ring.
Ring?
Yeah, ring.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way you know.
I'm trying to understand the significance of all these nicknames. So we've got Proud, we've got Money. There's another player caught with Money, and then Honey is
and
also
Honey, yes.
playing today. Honey is never porn Sontria pass.
Pornanong to get into the red figures, and just missed it on the low side there.
You got a nickname, Nam?
Nam is the
Okay,
nickname.
Nam is the nickname. That's good. Yeah, the names are long in Thailand, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly in our culture we only have first and last name. We don't have middle names,
Okay.
and then most of the most Thais have a nickname, and then it's their long first name, and then an even longer last name.
Yeah, I'm glad that PK's nickname is PK, because the full name is a tongue twister.
Yes.
All right, par putt to come now. For Park. To stay at 8 under par.
Just missed it on the low side there as well. That would have been a great escape after that errant tee shot there. First bogey of the day there on number 12. Dropped down to 7 under par. Back to Huang. This will be her third consecutive up and down here for the back nine. Exactly as Kate mentioned, 10, 11, and 12. That corner of the golf course is certainly a very tough corner there. And if you can get through this corner here, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 are all birdieable opportunities. All right, and a great stroke in for par there for Huang. It's all smiles when you get 3 back-to-back up and downs for her.
Well, it's a beautiful day in Phuket, and this is the second round of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship, the second edition, and it's the first event on the Korean Tour. But we have invites from Japan and also Thailand, and there have been some national qualifiers as well as a couple of amateurs as well teeing it up. So several players flying the flag for Thailand. But we've got an international leaderboard with South Korea, China and Japan leading. And this beautiful golf course, there's the nearly an island green, there's the 14th. Played the hardest hole on the golf course yesterday, a narrow landing area. But we're in Thailand. Population, just over 70 million people living in Thailand, and it seems more and more of them are taking up the game of golf. So best round of the day so far has come from Lee Shu-ying. An excellent score of 65 from Lee.
tying yesterday's low round as
Yeah.
well, 7 under par. I wonder if anybody's going to break the 65 round today or tomorrow.
Yeah, out in 32, back in 33 for Lee. No drop shots. But Bay, So Hyun, 6 under today for Bay, so there could be an opportunity for Bay down the stretch if she were to collect a couple more birdies. Ma Dassom, her day is done, and it was a very good one. A 66 for Ma.
Yeah, certainly a long hitter. We saw how frustrated she was yesterday with how many greens she hit. Great to see her convert some of those opportunities into birdies today. Of course, on the next page, there you got at the tied at 20th place there, Lee Yi-won, our defending champion. Yesterday, 3 under par. Today, 2 under par.
Well, let's return to the action now. And here we have Roh Seung-hui. This for birdie at 13, the canyon hole. Needs this to go in. It's hovering on the cut line right now, and that's going to be another par for Roh. And right now, even does guarantee you a place at the weekend. 60 and ties, and we've got 13 players on even par.
Yeah, certainly very close.
Yeah.
Too close for comfort
Well,
there for Roh.
Certainly, if one of them moves to 1 under, that knocks out all the even pars.
Yeah, a bit of a tough day for her. If she could just find 1 or 2 birdies, I'm sure she'll really secure her place for the weekend. All right, back to PK. Yeah, a completely different pin location from yesterday. Yesterday, the flagstick was to the right side of the green, and today it is tucked all the way to the back left-hand side of the green.
Oh, it was nearly there for the 33-year-old who's won 30 professional golf tournaments in her career. All on, majority of them are on the Thai Tour. And a 3-time winner of the Thai LPGA Order of Merit, most recently in 2023. But if you go back 12 years, she was the Symetra Tour Player of the Year, which is now known as the Epsom Tour. So has played quite a number of events on the LPGA Tour, plays at the Honda LPGA most years. It's a quality player, but so there is a lot of quality here today from Bay. Several birdies of the scorecard, and there's another opportunity right here at 13.
just one revolution shy of another birdie there for Bay. A lot of those center shafted putters here on tour now.
Yeah. Yeah. She knows there's an opportunity missed. Would have been for the 6th birdie of the day, but it's still a highly productive Friday in Thailand.
And of course, let's switch back to our leader here, Park Bok-young.
This for birdie. And to extend the lead and move to 12 under par. And the lead remains intact.
All right, a beautiful look here on hole number 13, par 4. This is the famous Tiger Line hole where he drove the green at the Johnny Walker Classic back in 1996. From the tee, it is a daunting visual for the players. Not a lot of fairway to be seen. If you play it up the left-hand side, that is the safest route. But if you want to gain advantage, you cut the water hazard as much as you can. That will leave you a shortest shot into the green here on hole number 13. As you come around the corner, the green is elevated. Very wide green, but not very deep, meaning that the players are going to have to control their distance.
That's a cracking hole. Let's go back to the tee now. How much is Pornanon going to bite off? Got to fly it all the way over the canyon.
Not the longest player on tour, but very straight, very steady and eddy. Now Huang on the tee on 13. You can see she's got a 3-wood in hand. Not looking to take too much of an aggressive line off the tee here.
Yes. 197 to clear the canyon down the left side. The further right you go, 240. If you're going to take the Tiger line, that's 240 on the fly. So straightforward shot. Nobody going for the green this week. I don't think anybody's that long. But it's a beautiful hole. When you stand on the tee, I mean, I don't know how many photos have been taken from this tee. We took one earlier in the week, Nan.
Yes, certainly. It is one of those spots on this tee box is visually the most beautiful on the golf course. You see the signature hole, number 14. You see the beautiful clubhouse. All 3 players found the fairway there.
They'll march. 2 great holes coming up, and the 14th, the par 3. And the breeze can switch from morning to afternoon. And here is that 14th hole, and it's a cross breeze generally that is a factor here, and it doesn't make it easy for the players.
Yeah, certainly this was the toughest hole statistically, as Kate mentioned earlier today.
A good day so far for Bay. Playing at 126 yards today, this par 3.
And it seems like the wind has settled down a little bit. And a beautiful shot from Bay.
Oh, that is an excellent wedge in. PK. has won on so many different tours. Ladies Asia Golf Tour, the Thai Tour, the China LPGA and the Taiwan LPGA. So is it's quite a trophy cabinet back home where she lives. Just a wedge in hand now for PK. Oh!
Oh no, that's not what we like to see there. Yeah, seems like she just shoved it out to the right there.
Well, the wind has switched direction. Yesterday it was left to right, but if anything now, it's right to left for the players. Rowe, Sun Hui. That's solid from Rowe. So 2 good looks out of 2 on 14, but it's off to the drop zone, unfortunately, for PK. We'll drop back a hole. Corner on Patlam with a birdie. Opportunity. Really does need to make a couple of birdies down the stretch. Even par. It's perilous whether you're going to be through to the weekend.
All right, and she's in for par to remain at even par for Pornanong Petlam. Yeah, right on the cut line there, Kate. One more birdie, I'm sure she'll feel a lot better.
A good shot in from Park Ji-young. Currently locked in a tie for 8th.
This birdie will move her up to the top 5 on the leaderboard here. And just barely graced the top edge of the cup there.
Well, it was an excellent shot in for Wang Yumin. Out comes the 8-point again. So she's standing all over her line there. Wow, she's got it from every angle covered.
Yeah, certainly 360 degrees all around the hole there. But an impressive approach shot there. Not an easy one to get close to the flagstick, especially with that slope on the front there.
Well, the 8-point worked, and it's a birdie for Wang Yumin. 5 under par now, 6 adrift of the lead.
Yes, very impressive. 1 putt on 10, 1 putt on 11, 1 putt on 12, and then 1 putt again on 13 for a birdie there.
Could be a long round, but she is playing well. What time does the sun go down? The leader, Park Bok-yong, here on 5.
Oh no. That went left very quickly off the club face there, Kate. I wonder if she's starting to leaderboard watch a little bit. Does she realize she's at the top of the leaderboard and kind of adding on a little extra pressure onto herself?
Yeah, well, we sent our cameras over to that back nine, that front nine, where she is playing. So the attention is on her. Has won twice. Still a big occasion. And this would be a very handy 2 for Roh Seung-hui. Still a bit of work to do with that par putt to come.
All right, PK with a bogey save now after finding the water hazard off the tee there. Yeah, the wind completely flip-flopped today, Kate. Yesterday left to right, today right to left. I wonder if she was playing the wind a little bit too much.
Well, that was an amazing putt. That's a very, very good putt, but it is for bogey because she did go in the water off the tee. So it is a drop shot.
A safe is a safe though, Kate. Dropping 1 shot is much better than dropping 2 here on the signature hole, number 14 at Blue Canyon.
Hardest hole on the golf course yesterday. Playing somewhat easier today because that breeze isn't as much. This is an excellent tee shot in from Bay, who's having a cracking day on the golf course as well. Out in 32, 4 birdies, then also picked up birdies there on 12. And this now to come at 14.
To move up to 7 under par. And never a doubt there. That was center cup. 6 birdies for the day. Impressive round by Bay.
Bit of work in this par putt for Park.
Yeah, certainly golf can be a double-edged sword sometimes. She certainly was going for birdie there, but now all of a sudden she's got a testy par save. Tough day for her today. 4 over par. Doesn't want to drop another shot right now to remain at even par.
And a 3 it is for Roh Seung-hui. 4 holes remaining in this second round for these players who are part of our feature groups this afternoon. Managing a smile. It's exhausting out there, though. It's tiring, certainly lugging the golf bag. It's the climb to the clubhouse on 9 and 18. Now the leader pulled the tee shot, pulled the second shot way left into that bunker. And that hasn't got any better for Park. That has flown over the green. So trouble. Has a 2-shot margin at the top for Park. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's join now Hwang Yu-min.
Playing only 127 yards today here on number 14.
Fantastic shots. All over it.
Yeah, isn't it funny sometimes after a couple of those par saves, it certainly gets the momentum of her round going again. Pornanong Petlum, 9-iron. Again, right on the cut line. Every shot matters. Oh, and truly an impressive tee shot there for Pornanong Petlum. She comes with spades of experience for sure. 15 years on tour.
Yeah, and has played on all the tours as well. But has got her car for the LPGA after that win last year on the Epsom Tour. But good to see her playing back in Thailand. Can we expect some more fans out over the weekend?
I believe if she makes it to the weekend, Pornanong Petlum's going to have quite a bit of an army following her around the golf course for sure. Only a pitching wedge here for Park. Calling for it to sit. Yeah, one of the first tee shots we've seen left of the flag here. All right, back to our leader. Continue to find trouble here. She's got to stop the bleeding.
Fourth shot now. But it's going to be at least one drop shot for Park, and that gives hope to the chasing pack. And currently, it's a two-shot cushion, so that will change. Question is, will it be one shot, or will she come back down to 9 under and join Lee Shuying and Yamashita Miyu, both in the clubhouse with on 9 under par at the halfway mark. From across the green at 14, Park Jin-young to climb to 8 under.
All right, and a great lag putt from her.
If you look at the career of Pornanong Petlum, it is impressive. 22 now professional victories. You know, most of those on the ladies' Asian Golf Tour. There were 9, but a multiple winner, of course, on the Thai LPGA. But the most recent win coming in the States at the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic. She won by 2 strokes, finished on 21 under, 65, 66, 64 to beat Amy Lee. And as you say, that was significant.
Yeah, certainly a crazy, impressive career she's had. Every Thai out here is certainly very proud of her. But more importantly than anything, it's the longevity that she has in her career to play at such a high level. Can she turn it on when she needs it?
35 years old and only 5'3", so she's never been very long off the tee, but great skills around the green. Well, we're going to return to the leader now, who is going to drop at least one shot at the 5th hole on the golf course. It's her 14th hole for the day.
She needs this one to leave a little bit of cushion between her and the rest of the field. Oh, and 2 drop shots there for Park on number 5.
Well, first mistake of the day. Up until that point, it was a blemish-free round. There you can see the scorecard. Got off to a fast start. Okay, so we've got a three-way tie now at the top. Park, Lee and Yamashita.
Wow.
9 under par. Leading the way. And all of a sudden, if this goes in for Wang, well, she'll only be 3 shots back.
For back-to-back birdie. Just respected that downhill slope a little bit too much. This will be a great 2-putt for Park Ji-young here. Certainly taking her time here. Oh, and it just slided away from her very, very quickly.
Well, Park is putting in a deliberate performance today. There is no speed around this golf course for Park. And you sometimes wonder, Nam, that playing at this pace, yeah, whenever you talk to rules officials and whenever they say that they do time or warn the players and the players speed up, they generally play better.
Yeah, certainly it
When
gives
they're on
you
the clock.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit less time to second guess yourself over those short putts a little bit, but it is hard for us to say because they are playing for a lot of money. But she will drop a shot there on number 14. Not a good 3-putt mistake there.
So Park looking to move on from that bumpy stretch. 2 bogeys in the last 3 holes. There are leaderboards on the back 9 on the 17th tee. And there will be one straight after this hole as well on 14. So Pornanon will know exactly what's at stake. But she's hovering on the cut line. Right now she is in. Even par is through. But that can change.
Yes, an important par putt there. She cannot afford to drop a shot at all coming in. And you see that determined look on her face. She knows. Hole number 15, beautiful par 5 here. As the ladies strut up to this tee box here, the whole dog legs from right to left a little bit. A lot of the players will keep it right of that bunker there. Not too many players can carry that fairway bunker. And then on the second shot, it snakes around a little bit. Then it turns into a little bit of a dog leg left or right. And the players will try to keep it left of that fairway bunker. You see lots of players hit it up towards that cart path a little bit. That's a safe spot, but it does make it very hard for you to put spin on the ball, especially with that pin location on the very front of the green here. Yeah, the pin location is tucked on the very front left part of the green there. Not sure if it's the best decision for players to kind of hit it very far up or lay it back a little bit more.
Rowe, a Seung-hui, a birdie.
Four over for the day. Let's see if she could get one back. Continues to leave those birdie opportunities short.
It was an impressive start though, wasn't it, for Rowe? Out in 68 on Thursday. trying to find that form that's proving elusive right now.
PK now with her birdie attempt. After that drop shot on number 14, this birdie will certainly feel great.
Oh, that was a good roll. I think the caddy thought that was going in too. Just leaked a fraction right at the end, tailing off.
Yes, you could definitely see the greens drying out a little bit this afternoon. The pace of the green is certainly picking up a little bit. We started the day at the stimp meter of 10. Now it's getting closer to 11 here this afternoon.
And certainly the greens have suited the game of Bae So-hyung, putting together one of the best rounds of the tournament so far. Currently 6 under. And a good opportunity here to get to 7 under for the day, 8 under for the championship, and to apply some pressure on the lead.
She's got a good look from PK's putt earlier. Let's see if she's learned something from her.
Certainly has. Excellent putt from Bae. Look at this scorecard. What a round Bae is putting together. 8 under par, and very quickly just 1 off the lead.
Yes, 7 under par for the day, Kate. If she birdies one more, that will be the lowest round for the day.
Well, we're starting to come to the closing stages, the final hour of coverage here on day 2 of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. And a very solid day's work from Lee Shu-ying. Around a 70 yesterday and 65, improving by 5 shots today for Lee, who comes in with great form. One of the players from Japan won the China Order of Merit last year. Lee Shu-ying had a run of good events at the tail end of the season, and so that form is in evidence today. But other good scores there you have: Bae So-hyung and Ma Da-som. A 66 already for Ma. Kim Soo-ji fared better today on Friday as well now.
Yeah, certainly a great round for her. 5 under par today. But for the viewers at home, look at this leaderboard. The scores are certainly stacked up. It's very congested from the very top to the middle of the leaderboard. Anything could happen. As you just saw, there was a 2-shot swing from Kim Bok-young earlier.
Well, here we are on the 15th hole. It's a snake-like in shape. It's like a double breaker, but here we go with Portman on Patland playing her second. Tiger Line, it looks, for Pornanon. 554, so it's not going to be reachable for her in 2.
All right, on a well-positioned second shot there.
You know, it's always a pleasure to come to Thailand every year. We're trying to find out more about this beautiful country. I didn't realize, how many temples do you think you have in Thailand?
Okay, there's a lot of temples here in Thailand.
There's thousands, and can you guess how many thousand there are? As we watch Park play her second, got caught up behind those trees, so just using a wedge or a lofted iron to get it back on track.
Yeah, Thailand, our national religion is Buddhism, so you do see lots of beautiful temples, as that is part of the attraction to come to Thailand. But I do not know how many temples there are. I would take a guess of over 2,000.
Oh, tell you what, you've got more temples than that now. 35,000 temples.
35,000.
Yep. And as you say, 90% of Thailand is Buddhist, and known as the land of smiles. And I can attest to that, having you in the commentary box next to me.
Thank you, Kate. Knowing that you've been traveling to Thailand a lot, what is some of your favorite things about our country?
Oh, the beaches, the golf courses, the food, of course. Great nightlife as well.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, but no, the beaches are stunning. And playing golf here, certainly there's some excellent golf courses. We've got Blue Canyon, but Red Mountain as well as Laguna. 3 great tracks to come and play if you're a fan of golf.
Oh, and a beautiful birdie putt there.
And this is Park Min-ji, and what a player she is. A 19-time winner on tour. 3 of those are major championships. Just won once last year, but earlier in 2021 and 2022, she won 6 times in each season, so 12 wins in that 2-year spell.
Of course, and a notable mention there in the green shirt, Butsabakorn. Nickname Nook.
Which makes me very happy. It's quite a tough name to pronounce if you are not from Thailand. Butsabakorn Sukapan, but yes, we like Nook. She's a long player.
Yes.
Well, this is a par putt, we understand, but to finish with a round of 68.
Two over par right now. One last look at birdie to get closer to that cut line. She needs this one, folks. She needs this one.
Oh, and she gets it, Nam.
Oh, certainly.
Wow.
Certainly.
That was a big difference from the front 9 to the back 9. Limped out in 39 strokes, but then came back in 32 for Butsabakorn, for Nook. So that was a vast improvement. And it looks like it's going to be enough for Nook to be playing this weekend. But that was a good run of form. 3 birdies on the bounce for Nook on 13, 14 and 15. And then that lovely birdie there on 18. Well, playing alongside Nook is Lee Gae-young. 69 yesterday for Lee. Going along nicely today as well. 3 under par. So this would be for a round of 68.
Fast little downhill putt. Should be breaking away from her just a little bit. Yeah,
winner of the
and
Lotte Open last July, Nam. So knows how to get the job done, and that is another good day in the office. So 69, 2 rounds of 69.
Yes, after 2 rounds, 6 under par, that will put her right at the top 15 on the leaderboard there. But for our young lady, Nook, now it's all up to chance. She's just got to wait. She's got to play that waiting game now. Back to number 15, 231 yards. Going for the green, our long hitter, Huang. She's got to get this one up in the air quickly, and yes, she does. Seems like it's on a great line.
Oh, that is 2 big hits from Huang. What an advantage, what a weapon she has, and it's an eagle opportunity awaits. That's one of the best shots we've seen into 15 all day long. Hardly any players got close in 2.
All right, and a quick switch to Pornanong. 2 completely playing different styles. Pornanong more strategically plotting her way around the course. Huang outpowering the course.
So 2 birdie putts to come and an eagle putt for Huang. Nearly 35 years old. Blue Canyon Golf Club is, and 2 golf courses this week. The players are competing on the Canyon course. There's also the Lake course. Good wildlife as well. Hardly noticed him at first. Li Shuying maintaining the lead. We've got 4 players now on 9 under par. Yu Hyun Jo making a move, 5 under for the day, a round of 67 for Yu. So vaulting up the leaderboard, and Park Bok-yeon, who did have a 2-shot lead over her nearest challengers. It was a costly double bogey for Park to drop back and join the lead on 9 under par. Still a few holes remaining for Park. She's played a full schedule of events last year, 31. That's a lot of golf to be playing.
Incredible how much golf these young ladies are playing and how hard they work on their games as well.
Now Bay.
Par safe here for Bay.
It's a nice looking talent, a nice looking putt, but not going to be enough though for Bay. Just grazes the low side of the hole. She actually found most success last year on tour, and she had to wait relatively late until she was 31 years old. But 3 wins last year for Bae So-hyun, coming at the age of 31. And in a recent victory, when she won her first tournament, she emphasized the importance of perseverance and hope, Nam, for those who face challenges, she said in her winning speech, and dedicated the victory to her father. PK, who has a sizable trophy cabinet at home, nearly 30 wins on her resume. This for a birdie and to climb to 5 under.
Just a little bit too much pace for it to break in there. PK, she certainly have a very strong demeanor, doesn't she, Kate?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's one of a kind. Interesting there in the setup for Ro Seung-hui, putting her left hand on her right shoulder and to square up the shoulders at address.
Yeah, I believe it just helps her kind of align her body alignment some, giving her a little bit more structure. But more than anything, I believe it's just her routine that she certainly trusts, and she's done it over and over and over and over again. This will be her first birdie for the day to get back into the red number here for Ro. And that putter just not working for her today.
So 2 holes remaining, 2 opportunities to find the first birdie of the day. PK, even par. And this putt for a par to stay at 4 under for the championship even today.
All right, no problem for her.
They're off, they march to the tricky 17th hole. The par 3 awaits. We're going to jump to the other side of the golf course. Park Bok-young began her day on the 10th hole and had that share of the lead. Has the share of the lead. Did have a 2-shot margin at the top, but this now to get back and break away once more and to move to 10 under.
Oof, and just a little bit too much pace. I think she was a bit too eager to make that birdie putt. Certainly wanted it after that 2-shot drop on number 5 there. Back to number 16 here, Pornanong Petlam for her birdie attempt.
Chance for this group to pick up 4 shots on the course. 2 birdies and an eagle putt to come. First up, Pornanong. Really could do with a birdie down the stretch.
Yeah, certainly one more birdie will just give her a little bit more breathing room with that cut line. But she still has another opportunity on 17 and 18.
A tremendous 3-wood in for Hwang Yu-min. And an eagle opportunity right now to jump to 7 under and get within 2.
Oh, and she just left that eagle opportunity short. But just a quick tap in for her birdie there.
An easy birdie. That's a good looking scorecard. So 6 under, 3 adrift.
Park Ji-young now, looking for her birdie, trying to shake off some of those bogeys that she's made here in the recent holes. Yeah, the bogey on 12 and 14 there certainly took a little bit of gas out her.
The 18th hole. And here we have Jun Ye-sung.
Only 95 yards to the flagstick here.
Oh, that was a shame that didn't roll up a little bit more. Well, it's been a productive round so far, 3 under the card. So 7 under for the championship for Jun Ye-sung. Playing alongside Jaravi Bunchant. Jaravi to play next, and Jaravi is 4 over, so sadly will not be here for the weekend for Jaravi.
All right, and a beautiful approach shot from her, only 90 yards there.
I missed the final player. 26-year-old Choi Ye-rim. Not much club in hand. It's only 79 yards to the flag today. Good drive.
And a beautiful approach shot there. Very well balanced, followed through.
Still looking for that first win on tour. Came close last year. 3 runner-up finishes for Choi. And it's tough to win. Now, the closing stretch of holes, this 16th sweeps around to the left now. It's a good par 4.
Yeah, certainly we see lots of players missing it to the left-hand side of the fairway there. But the best way to be is on the right-hand side of the fairway on this hole.
That big bunker, not a factor for the players, but can sometimes play with the depth perception. So you've got to trust your number coming in. Kind of a kidney-shaped green. Back down the fairway, coming in from the right side. Here's Pornanon.
110 yards to the flagstick now. Oh, and it's gotta sit.
It's going to catch that sand. The contact was a little bit thin there from Pornanon. Wow. It's a huge drive once again from Hwang Yu-min, always the last player to play. But first up, it's going to be Park Ji-young. It's a good-looking swing, Nam.
Yeah, certainly. And seems like everybody's going a little bit long here.
We'll come back to the second shot from Hwang in a moment, but one of the co-leaders there, Park Bok-yong. 3 holes to play, 9 under par. Can she break free once again and take the lead all by herself?
Longest par 3 on the golf course here.
Slightly elevated tee, huge green that sweeps left to right. And once again, Park not quite dialed in with the irons on the back nine. There was a costly double bogey on the 5th.
Yeah, certainly feel like some of those screws are getting a little bit loose for her there.
Tell you what, the drives aren't getting loose though for Hwang Yu-min. She has moosed that off
Yeah.
16.
She's certainly pounding that ball out there. 76 yards only. Nearly a 300 yards drive for her. Oh, and she likes it.
That was classy. Great swing, good results. And Hwang Yu-min, one win last year on tour. Came so close, 4 other opportunities to close the door on a victory, but 4 runner-ups. But looking very good indeed. Up the slope now for Jun Ye-sun. The final hole, the 18th. And the opposite to Hwang, really not very long at all, but this is where she can inflict most damage on a golf course. So good with the putter in hand.
And a great speed up the hill, just too much break.
And she's outside the top 100 in driving distance at 228 yards. Now, Yerim Choi having a good look at this. Much movement in this now?
I believe it's going to move just a little bit right to left here, but very subtle. One more birdie attempt to move up to 4 under par. It's exactly what I thought. Just a very subtle break there. Lots of players are overreading that putt there. But after 2 rounds, she's sitting at 3 under par.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a 36-hole competition, though, for Jaravi Bunchant. Here she is on 18. There's a putt for a birdie, but already 4 over for the championship. Struggled today as well, 1 over the card.
Yeah, and the struggle continues for her there. It's sad to see her not play the weekend, but she is one of the superstars here in Thailand. Certainly, our heart goes out to her. She competed her heart out this weekend, or this week. Certainly, for the Thai players, or the Thai viewers, make sure you follow her.
Now, Jun Ye-sun, 3 under. 7 under for the championship. And this for it to stay that way going into the weekend. So a nice 4 for Jun to finish. And right up towards the top of the leaderboard. 2 shots off the pace. Now Bae So-hun.
Birdie attempt here on number 17. moving severely right to left for her.
Just not enough on that. Thought it was going to be quicker downhill. Still, it's a good day for Bay. Right in contention as we move into the weekend. It's all shaping up rather nicely. Great players at the top. Multiple tour winners from different tours, all competing this week. And it's the only time that the Korean Tour comes to Thailand, the season opener.
Yeah, certainly. It's great to see all these young, talented players from all around Asia come compete here this week in Thailand.
Well, this is a big putt now for Rowe. Right on the cusp of making the cut. 1 under, and she's through. Even par. She'll be waiting around the clubhouse for play to finish. See if she's packing up her bags and heading back to Seoul tomorrow, or if it's on Monday. And at last, it drops for Rowe.
Yeah, certainly you could see a sense of relief from Rowe there.
Well, it was a long time coming. That 2 for Rowe on 17, the first birdie of the day for the 26-year-old.
PK for a par save now after missing the green to the left-hand side to remain at 4 under par and even par for the day.
Yeah, that's a good putting stroke right there from PK. Well, no fireworks going on with that scorecard. It's solid 4 under. What a classy looking player, Bae So-hyung. And a nice score she's compiling.
Just a little bit of cleaning up to do here for Bae. To remain at 7 under par. Only 1 blemish on the scorecard today on number 16. Beautiful round from her.
Beautiful scenes here and fantastic aerial shots of the Blue Canyon Golf Course. 36 holes of championship golf. And it's the best in the women's game that are here this week. It has hosted several tournaments over the years, including the Johnny Walker Classic. It's got the Annika Invitational next month, but the Honda Invitational, the BMW International World Final, and the Thailand Open as well has played host to. Good scoring as well on day 2. Those low rounds from Lee Shu-ying. That was earlier in the day. So a 65, where she's enjoying the view from the top, but she has company with Yamashita Miyu and Yu Hyun Jo, who has quietly gone around the golf course and put together a very handy 67 to find herself at the top. But other good scores, and still with a hole remaining for Bae So-hyung. A birdie would get her to within 1. Would be a fabulous day on the golf course. Ma De-som also in the clubhouse there with a 66. Kim Soo-ji fought back stronger on day 2. 71 yesterday, 67 today for Kim. And Lee Gae-young 3 under from her, as well as Lee Seung-yong 68. Well, let's go to the action on 16. Second shot went into the sand for Pornanon-Patnam, so this is now for a par, and this is important. This is a must-make for Pornanon, and that wasn't anywhere near. And so now he's going to drop to 1 over par. Even par possibly could make the cut. 1 under for sure, so 2 birdies required realistically for Pornanon to see her tee it up on Saturday. That is frustrating for Pornanon-Patnam fans.
Yeah, certainly every shot matters right now for Pornanon-Patnam. Dropping a shot there on 16. That's not very good timing. Only 2 holes left to get back to even par. All right, back to our long hitter, Hwang Yu-min now. Great birdie attempt here. And in it goes, certainly moving up to 7 under par. Don't know if she's dressed for Wimbledon today or golf.
Have you been?
I haven't, but I hear it's an amazing, amazing sport event.
Yeah. Amazing the number of tennis players that are great golfers as well. There's a few good golfers that are handy at tennis, but generally the other way around.
Yes, I heard Roger Federer and Nadal is pretty good at golf there.
Yeah, and Ash Barty and on the women's game, in the women's game, a Wimbledon champion herself, very handy at golf. Tends to tee it up in the Pro-Am of several events down under. Okay, great shot in there for Park. This now also to match Hwang with a birdie on 16.
Trying to find some momentum back, and that birdie certainly will help her.
Well, off they march on what has been a very hot afternoon here in Phuket. Beautiful place to come and visit, and the 18th hole awaits them, and it's a cracking par 4 finish.
Yeah, certainly a great finishing hole here. It could go both ways. Players can make bogeys, but it's certainly a very birdieable par 4 here. Certainly all the players will have a wedge in, so certainly they can attack the flag, but be sure that you are not long over this green because it is an impossible par save there.
Down the left side, off the tee for Rowe. Must make a par or better.
All right, and she just found the middle of the green there. After that birdie on 17, gave her a little bit of breathing room from the projected cut.
And the cut has now moved to 1 under par.
Oh.
That's not going to be on Bay's radar. She's played beautifully today, 7 under. She's got eyes on the title.
In the second cut here, shouldn't be a problem though, because this green is very forgiving, or it's uphill, so certainly the ball will hold very well. Oh, and she needed it to actually release a little bit more there, Kate. Yes, with the looming cut line, a lot of the players are certainly feeling that pressure there.
That was a huge drive on 18 from PK.
This will be a great birdie for her to finish her round today, to move up to 5 under par. Oh, and just a great wedge shot there for her.
Dancing by the hole. Well, it'll be a stylish finish for PK, who's having a good week so far.
Look at her just licking her chops. She wants that birdie, Kate.
We're going to drop back a hole now to the short par 3 17th, which can change completely depending on the hole location.
Yes, certainly this is a huge hole right now coming up for Pornanong Petlam. She's sitting at 1 over par right now. She needs a back-to-back birdie to make it to the weekend.
Pin at the front today. It was at the front yesterday, so you wonder if it's going to be a back pin come the weekend. But have a look at how huge this green is. It's a 3 club difference. So it must make now for Pornanong.
Cannot leave it short anymore.
So for Pornanong, it's going to require a hole out from the fairway on 18. Just not enough birdies.
Yeah, certainly gave herself lots of birdie opportunity looks there. Just not able to capitalize on it. And just that drop shot on 16 came at such a bad timing for her there. Park Ji-young for birdie. Yeah, and you certainly see players leaving that putt short more often than not.
A little bit scared over those putts. They are downhill. Once again, Hwang Yu-min taking a lot of time over these putts. Would be a very useful 2. Big putt now to come will move her to within 1 of the lead. To join 3 other players there on 9 under, but there's 2 players, Jung Sung Hee 8 under and Jun Ye Sung.
Yeah, it seems like it was just low the whole way. But she's in for a par.
Certainly hustled on the back 9. 3 birdies in the previous 4 holes. So Hwang making a move. She'll most probably larrup one off 18.
Yeah, certainly this stretch of holes will make it fun on that final Sunday, isn't it, Kate? 15, 16, 17, 18, all being all birdieable holes. Again, another testy par save. She struggled with these short putts today a little bit.
But in it eventually goes for Park Ji-young. 6 under, 1 hole remaining. Now this is the 8th hole for Park Bok-yeom.
Seems like she dropped another shot there on hole number 7. Fell 1 back from the lead.
Went into the sand off the tee on the par 3 on this hole. was a confident stroke. And the speed took out any of the break, and so a little bit of work left there to do for Park. And that was just moments ago.
Yeah, certainly started her day red hot and just certainly cooled off here on that front nine.
Well, Bae, Sun Kyung has had a fantastic day on the golf course. It has been impressive. Making a move up the leaderboard, and this to get within one of the lead. Squaring the shoulders at address. What a birdie this would be. But you wonder if this year will be anything like the standout year that she enjoyed last year, with those 3 victories coming at the relatively late age of 31, but certainly finding her groove on the KLPGA.
Yeah, it's incredible. Once you start to get in the winner circle a little bit, players get comfortable winning these tournaments.
She won the Heaven Masters.
Heavens Masters.
Yeah. That's a great name for a tournament. We need to go and work on that.
Yes.
We'll be in heaven. Rose Seung-hui. Birdie on the final hole. Will it go in for 3?
Oh. Could you imagine if that cut line moved to 2 under par and just for her to realize how close she was? But for right now, she's safe. She secured herself to the weekend.
And no problems either for PK. 2 good rounds. This would be very handy if this were to go in for PK, but a solid day.
To get to 5 under par. Certainly will make dinner taste a little bit better.
Yeah. She strikes those putts with authority, and that is a super 3. Smiles from her and her caddy. And get me to the clubhouse. Get me to some air conditioning. Surely even PK, who's from Thailand, must be feeling the heat out there. Into the clubhouse with a Phuket paradise.
Yeah, certainly. All right, one more par putt here for Bae to close off an impressive round number 2 for her.
And this for a round of 65 for Bae. In fact, it is indeed a 66 for Bae. Looking good though going into the weekend. Now to the closing stages of day 2 of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. No change at the top. Park Bok-young did reach 11 under par, but has come back down to earth after a double bogey on the 5th hole, and then followed up with another bogey on 7. So a couple of opportunities await Park, trying to get back into that share of the lead, but it's a 3-way tussle at the top with Lee, Yamashita and Yu. 9 under par through 36 holes.
All right, for our Thai viewers at home,
This needs to go in.
Yes, we've certainly been waiting to see how she hits a shot, Anton, on number 18. 109 yards for Ponanong Petlam.
And that's the final iron shot we'll see Pornanon play this week. On the wrong side of the cut line. Park Ji-young, good drive down the right side. Just a 3/4 swing in for Park, leaving that below the hole. That is a clever shot. But the enormous drive once again from Hwang Yu-min.
Yeah, she's certainly well ahead of her playing competitors. 61 yards. It's all about controlling that spin here. And she does that in a spectacular way there. Just so impressive how she's able to find so much distance out of that little body of hers.
Oh, there's a lot of work going on off the golf course, of course.
A lot of that power from the ground up, as you mentioned, Kate.
Pretty views, it's a pretty golf course and it's a championship layout. And certainly a place to come and visit. Good golf we've witnessed over the past couple of days, and it's all shaping up very nicely as we head into the weekend. Sadly, this player, Pornanon Patlam, won't be part of the action. This is for a birdie. But Pornanon at 1 over par, you need 1 under to make it through to tomorrow.
Yeah, seemed to be the storyline for her today. So many birdies opportunity, just could not get it to drop. Just not enough birdies on the card to make it into the weekend. But our fan favorite here, Ponanong Petlam, the colorful personality here in Thailand, always giving back to our youth. Certainly great to have her back competing in our homeland.
Let's go to the 9th, and we're going to join Park Bok-yom. Second shot, looking to go for it. If she's got enough firepower, it's going to take one big hit. But a closing birdie, and she would join the lead on 9 under.
Yes, a very exciting shot, but seems like she overdrew it. And, oof, such good fortune that that did not find the water hazard there.
Flirting with danger. It's been a struggle the last few holes for Park. We'll come back to that shortly. Let's go back now to the 18th hole with Park Ji-young.
Again, that putter just continued to fail her a little bit there.
Well, once again, an excellent shot in from Hwang Yu-min. The distance off the tee is an enormous weapon in her arsenal. And with that distance, she's able to get that spin and that height on the ball, getting in close next to the flag. So this, yet another birdie opportunity.
Taking her time on this closing birdie putt here to move up to 8 under par.
Par it will be for Hwang Yu-min. Well, that was a shame. Opportunity missed for the South Korean, but it's still a round of 67. To be 2 shots back at this stage going into the weekend action at Blue Canyon. Third shot now for Park.
And a quick flip wedge there. Not able to get the kind of spin she's looking for out of that rough, but she can afford a little bit of mistake with all that distance there.
A 4 in the end for Park Ji-young. And a frustrating back 9, limping home in 1 over, out in 34, but still looking good heading into Saturday here in Phuket. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, certainly not a cloud in the sky.
There's not many bad ones here, are there, in Thailand? So back down the fairway we go. But before then, we're going to find out if Park Bok-young does make a birdie on her 18th hole to rejoin the lead. But it's 9 under par.
Could be a 4-way tie there, Kate. That's going to be a very interesting Saturday.
It's close. It is close. It's a congested leaderboard. There's a lot of players bunched up. And it really is anyone's game. I've got 12 players within 2 shots of that lead. Clubhouse was built back in 1991. Beautiful place to come. Play a round of golf. It's the walk up to the clubhouse, though, after you've played 18. You're certainly deserving of a cool drink when you get there.
That itself is a workout there, Kate. A lot of elevation from that 18 green to the clubhouse there. Back to the young lady. We cannot take our eyes off. Got all the way up to 11 under par already. A couple of costly mistakes here coming in. But one more birdie opportunity.
It's been a slow afternoon now. They have not sprinted around the golf course. So now it will be Park to putt on her 18th hole, the 9th of the course. And it's going to be quick from up here.
Yeah, with that shadow there, Kate, certainly makes it harder for the players to pick their line. Certainly makes their perception a little bit more foggy. One more birdie attempt.
So hoping it's going to be one last roll of the dice on Friday to rejoin the lead on 9 under par and might make it a 4-way tie at the top. But she was up and out of that quickly. So Park Bok-young will pop this in for a round of 70. And it looked like she was going to race around in the low mid-60s.
Yeah, very promising round for her at the beginning there. Just ran out of steam a little bit coming in.
But weathers the storm and still can take a measure of pride in how well she has played through the course of Thursday and Friday. Very much in the hunt as we do head into Saturday's play at the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship. Well, some impressive scores out there. Nam, who have you got your eye on as we head into the weekend?
Well, of course, we can't forget about our leader yesterday, Ko Ju-yu. She had a little bit of a drop shot today, but she's still in the mix at the top 15. But certainly today, the storylines run right through Lee Shu-ying. Certainly an incredible 65 round today at the very top of the leaderboard at 9 under par.
Well, why don't we enjoy some of the highlights from the day? And we'll take you through these. 120 players teed up yesterday and this morning. We're going to be down to the top 60 and ties. But here are some of the highlights from Friday's play at Blue Canyon. And we went to the 9th hole. Jong Sung-hee. Huge hits on 9, the par 5. Just an iron required for Jung. Oh, and that was in for a fabulous round, and a birdie at the 9th was one of the highlights there from Sung-hee.
Now to number 10 here with PK. Beautiful birdie putt for PK there.
Playing her way into a good position going into the weekend. String of pars on the front nine for PK, but they're finding a birdie. For Park Ji-young was going along very nicely on Friday. This at the 11th for a birdie, leaving the flagstick in. Pop that in to make a move. And then this at the 12th hole.
Bae Song-young, after that beautiful approach shot there on number 12. A rare birdie there on number 12 for Bae, but a beautiful 66 round for her today.
32 out, finding form. The big hitting Hwang Yu-min in close here on 13. And an easily negotiated putt. That was for the 3rd birdie of the day for Hwang Yu-min, and it was a round of 67 for the young Korean.
And of course, to our signature hole here on hole number 14, another birdie here for Bae after number 12 birdie there. She rolls it right on in there, folks.
On the 15th hole, the par 5, and the good form continued for Bae. Birdie at 14, an excellent 2. And then this dropped in duly on 15. There was a drop shot on the 16th hole, and then it was pars on 17 and 18, but scribbling her name next to it, 66, and to be very much part of the conversation at the weekend. Hwang Yu-min on 16. In close, just a flick with a wedge after a drive of 285. No problems there for Hwang. Do you think that her length is going to be a big advantage come the weekend? I mean, she's always the last player to play.
Yeah,
and she hasn't got much of the wedge, has she?
I certainly think it will. And here was a huge putt for Rowe. This one moved her inside the cut line there. After a bunch of birdie opportunity missed, she finally finds it there on number 17. Not an easy par 3, but she did find a birdie there to secure her position to play for the weekend.
Yeah, there's a leaderboard adjacent to 18, so she'll have known exactly what the score was. But these players not concerned about the cut, they're concerned about the trophy and a chance to win on the KLPGA Tour. Lee Shu Ying, who's playing most of her golf now on the KLPGA, has enjoyed some great form coming into this week after a strong finish on the LPGA Tour last week in 5th place. But how about that?
Yes.
The low round of the day, a 65. Will that be eclipsed at the weekend? Well, Miu Yamashita might have something to say.
She might
a
have
70.
something to say, yeah, certainly.
And then Yu Hyun-jo, who just climbed, flew under the radar and posted a cheeky 67 in the second round to also join them on 9 under par. But other good notable performances there, Nam, from Jeong and Hwang.
Yeah, certainly some great rounds from the our other competitor as well, including a 66 round from Marusom, which we'll see here on the second page of the leaderboard. And of course, as you saw on our highlight reel there, Bae certainly shot a 66 there as well. Kim Soo-ji, another great 67 round from her, moving up the leaderboard as well. But for our Thai viewers, we cannot forget about Apishaya Yubon, nicknamed Piano. Certainly a great opening round of 66 yesterday, 1 under par today.
Well, let's roll through a couple more pages of the leaderboard. See if you can spot your favourite player competing this week. Navapon, Sontriyapas and PK Kongkrapan, they are also through.
Our defending champ, Lee Yeon, in the mix. Park Min-ji, she just slowly moves up the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Steady Eddie, 2 under par each day.
And for Kim Min-ju as well, 5 under from Kim. Ji Han-sol found form on Friday. Good moves from her, some great golf. And what a bounce back for Koo Rae-hyun, 4 under. These players into the weekend. 1 under right now is the cut line.
Yes, certainly. And of course, Dottie Ardina from the Philippines, representing her country well. A beautiful round today, 3 under par.
But right now, we have 3 players locked on 9 under. Unless Song Una can join them. She has got 1 hole remaining, is playing the 9th, the par 5. She's 1 shot back. But from 3 players leading the way on 9 under par, it is all to play for at the weekend. But from Nan Padung and myself, Kate Burton, we very much hope you can join us for the 3rd round of the Blue Canyon Ladies Championship.
Certainly. Thank you so much today, Kate. It's been a pleasure getting to speak alongside with you, and thank you for all the viewers all around the world that's tuning in with us. You guys have a fabulous evening, and please join us again tomorrow.